We're here for our weekly press conference with head coach Carolyn Condit. Coach, a very successful weekend as the Redhawks went all the way down to South Carolina and won the Carolina Classic. What were some of the key highlights that helped secure the tournament win?
Well, we had some really outstanding teamwork in South Carolina, and I think it was the best team effort and just putting in the grind and staying in the moment and never giving up, even when we went down 2 sets at one point, that I've seen this team, put on the floor together, and that was really exciting. It was great progress. Mackenzie Zielinski delivered a very consistent offense for us on the weekend, and in that regard, a lot of the hitters responded and responded at key times, and you have to have those pressure moments where your team comes through to pull out 5-set matches, and so we had that and more, and it was a great weekend to learn more about each other and to try to work on our consistency.
The Redhawks won a pair of 5-set matches down in South Carolina after dropping the 5-set match to Dayton earlier in the week. How did lessons learned against the Flyers help Miami in those matches?
Well, I think we're learning to, be mature in how we approach every match and make sure that you're ready to play. And some of our young players are still getting familiar with, the college game and how you look at scouting reports and how you actually prepare in the locker room before you come out. And so that was a really good lesson learned versus Dayton. And just to really stay in the moment and not to look ahead or not to dwell on mistakes. That wasn't just learned in our Dayton match, but in many of the matches we played. So, every time you go out, you learn something about yourself as an athlete, and coaches continue to learn. So, just in general, all the things about preparation and knowing that anything can happen in a match because momentum swings back and forth so many times.
Senior right side hitter Katie Tomasic was named tournament MVP this weekend. She leads non-middles this season in both kills and blocks. How important is it to have her playing at her top level?
Well, it's great to have Katie always play at her top level, but no athlete can do that. But Katie does it as good as anyone can. And the great thing about Katie is she's an intense competitor, and her teammates can feel that on the court. And so when she gets after the blocking end of the game or attacking, it's pretty exciting, and it really keeps momentum on our side and helps us build momentum. Katie's also able to hit a quicker set than most right sides and at different zones of the net. So her versatility is something that really pays off for us.
Final week of non-conference. It comes up this weekend as you travel to West Lafayette for the Stacey Clark Classic. First up is a challenge against 17th ranked Purdue. You'll also face Loyola while there. What can we expect from that tournament?
I think it's a perfect tournament for us because there's only 2 matches by design, and that will help us stay more ready for conference and be rested. Purdue is never an easy opponent, especially when they're at home. They have an outstanding student body and a group of fans that supports them, and we thought that South Carolina's gym rocked when we played them, which it did. Purdue's will be very similar, if not more in number. So we're looking for that and looking forward to that. Both teams will bring different challenges, just as we experienced in the 3 teams we played at South Carolina. And there's no doubt that Purdue has a huge go-to player on the left side. I believe she's a sophomore. They have a 6'5" right side that blocks and hits well. They have a setter that I believe she might be a sophomore, and she's very experienced and really knows how to run an offense. And they're well coached, getting top 10 votes. I know they're in the top 20. They may be close to the top 10, and they've played some really worthy opponents. So it won't be easy to play Purdue at Purdue, but that's, of course, why we're going there. And Loyola is 1-7, but they have played a really good field of teams. They have no seniors on their roster, a wealth of juniors and sophomores, and they are a very aggressive attack team. I think they've played a top schedule that makes them better as they continue to progress through the season, and they will be a very worthy opponent for us, and they're pretty big. So I think, again, each of them will give us a different look, and it's what we want because we take pride in being able to change ourselves on the court to meet whatever their demands are.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.